Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to configure simple queues. So queues are used to limit and prioritize traffic. It can be used to limit data rate to certain IP addresses and subnets, and also it can be used to limit peer-to-peer traffic and also prioritize traffic for others. So first thing you need to do is click on queues, and we're going to add a queue. We're going to call this queue all bandwidth. And the target would be all the users on this network. So this queue that I'm setting up would be the parent queue. So this will be the queue for the entire network. And I'm going to show you how to utilize this further on in this tutorial. So we're going to set a maximum upload for this queue. So this would be your maximum upload speed. But according to best practice, you should set the maximum for your queue to be 80% of that limit. So I'm going to work with 256 just for this tutorial, but remember to set it to 80% of your maximum. And the reason being is that if you go over that in terms of utilization, it will affect your download speed eventually. So you want to keep that below 80%. And the download now, this will be your maximum download speed that you want to assign to this queue. For downloads, you don't have that restriction. Usually you go for your maximum available bandwidth. So we're going to set this to 10. For burst time, threshold, and all of these burst features, we're not going to be doing those in this tutorial. So we're going to apply this. Okay. So if you're not seeing these two columns, upload and download, you can click here. So you can click here, click show columns, and select upload and download if you're not seeing them in yours. I don't think they are there by default. And also you can also add other columns which will show you more details about your queue. So we are seeing where traffic is flowing through our queue right now. So this queue could be used as is, but if you want to get more granular, you could actually create some more queues. So I'm going to create a queue named client 1, and this client would be 192.168.5.254. And for this client, I'm going to set an upload speed of 128 kilobits and a download of 2 megabits. I'm going to apply that. But before I apply it, in order for this queue to work alongside the parent queue, because the parent queue is already queuing the entire network, and now we are trying to queue a particular IP address. So I'm going to apply it and let you see exactly what's happening. So you realize there's no traffic going through on this queue. The reason being is that this queue, the all bandwidth queue, will take priority over this queue because it covers the entire subnet mask. So in order to get client 1 working, you need to set it as a parent of the all bandwidth queue. So you change that, apply, okay. So now we are seeing the traffic going through client 1. We're going to add another client and call that client 2, and we're going to give that 192.168.5.253. So that's another client. We're going to set the bandwidth to same 128, but I'm going to give this one even less. We're going to give this one 1 megabit per second, and we're going to set the parent to the all bandwidth. We're going to apply that, okay. So now you're seeing 2 queues. So alright, I'm going to do a test. So I'm now, you're seeing where traffic is flowing through all the queues. So right now I'm playing a video on client 2. So right now I'm playing a video on client 2, and you're seeing where the color changed to red. The color really tells you the amount of the threshold, or the amount of bandwidth that this client is using. So this means that this client is actually using almost 100% of its available bandwidth. So there are usually 3 colors: green, yellow, and red. So it can give you an idea of the activity that is going on. So we're going to do a bandwidth test. So you can go on to thinkbroadband.com, and we're going to go to tools, and we're going to do a download test. Download, and I'm going to download a 512 megabyte file. I'm going to save that, so you'll get a better understanding of what is happening. So if you look at it, we can see the queue being in full effect. You've seen where this queue is currently operating. So this is how you'd go about configuring queues. You can even get more. There's a lot more configuration where queues is concerned. Also, one last thing is that there's a feature, option named parity, and what that does is that you can actually give a queue more priority over another queue. So if you want this queue to, the bandwidth for this queue to be more guaranteed, you could actually change the priority to 1. So priority 1 is really the highest, and 8 is the lowest. So if you set the queue for upload and download, this one to be 1, so the traffic that is flowing, this queue would get the priority of getting all that, or getting its maximum bandwidth. So that is how you go about configuring simple queues. In the next tutorial, I'll go a bit further in queues. And if you like this video, remember to give me a thumbs up, and also to subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos like this. So thanks for watching.